Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis and Arundel County and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Friday, July 21st, 2023. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief presented by Annapolis Subaru and the SPCA of Anne Arundel County. I'll tell you, I'm getting excited for Arts Alive 25. That is the huge Maryland Hall fundraiser on September 8th. I just did a podcast on it, and it will be off the charts fun. Tickets are on sale now. You can get them at marylandhall.org. Podcast probably early next week. Anyhow, we need to get into the news and events, so let's get into it, shall we? 2 men are in the hospital after a fight at a Subway sandwich shop in Odenton. Just before 1 p.m. yesterday, Anne Arundel County police were called to the Subway on Piney Orchard Parkway for a stabbing. A woman, her boyfriend, and her child were having lunch when they were confronted by the woman's ex, who is also the father of that young child. They began to argue about the child, and when the ex started to take the child's hand to lead him away, the boyfriend stepped in. An argument turned physical, and when the ex pulled a knife and stabbed the boyfriend in the chest. Now, EMS classified it as a deep stab wound to the chest, and he was flown to shock trauma in serious condition. The ex did suffer some minor injuries and was taken to a local hospital. Both are expected to survive. Police are sorting it all out right now and have yet to make an arrest or file any charges. However, if anyone was there or maybe seen anything, 410-222-4700 is the number you need to call. Back on July 8th, a passing motorist spotted a bicyclist who had been struck by a vehicle on Annapolis Road near Town Center Drive in Odenton. Police don't know how long she was on the road before being spotted, and the vehicle that hit her fled and did not offer assistance. Now, on July 19th, Adriana Saavedra was pronounced dead. Police are still investigating the crash, and if anyone may have seen it or been in the area, this happened prior to 5 a.m. on Saturday, July 8th. You are encouraged to call the police at 410-222-4700, and remember, even if you think it's inconsequential, make the call. Well, after a bit of an expose in the Capitol, the Market House is starting to comply with the terms of their lease. Rebecca Ritzel reports that after a brief audit, the city believes that they are owed about $25,000 in back rent, and the Market House has begun to pay that back. They are also reconstructing their financial reports from 2017 to present that the city is required but never provided. That has seemed to appease the city. However, an Eastport resident has filed a formal request to investigate fraud, waste, and abuse, and apparently that's been turned over to the city manager to investigate. I'll tell you, the hits keep coming for Aerovanti. They have 4 pending lawsuits alleging fraud and various contract problems. Now the former CEO, Patrick Britton-Haar, is under federal investigation. The feds are accusing Britton-Haar, who actually we did a podcast with a few years back when Aerovanti was just launching, of COVID fraud. He apparently had another company called Provista Health that received more than $7 million in Medicare reimbursements for respiratory tests in nursing homes that were A, unnecessary and sometimes not even performed. Despite not having a functioning lab, they continued to submit claims through 2021. The FBI does say that in late 2020, Britton-Haar took some of the proceeds to fund the purchase or lease of aircraft for Aerovanti. Yes, the day has finally come, and the long-suffering Commanders fans are officially done with Dan Snyder. The NFL Owners Group approved the $6 billion sale and sent Snyder packing, but not before fining him $60 million. The NFL says that Snyder had figured a way to siphon off some of the TV money for himself that should have been split with other owners, and also to account for the sexual misconduct charges that are pending in that organization. All in all, I think that the fans and the NFL are all pretty happy with the result. The annual Annapolis Rotary Crab Feast is on August 4th, and tickets are on sale now. And this is important. They will not be selling tickets at the event at all. Everything is online. So if you want in, you want to head to AnnapolisRotary.org and grab them online. They're $85 for adults and $25 for kids, and it is all you can eat and all you can drink. Always a good time. And this is a little bit off too, but on August 19th and 20th, it's the 55th Annual Maryland Seafood Festival. With a twist this year, more than 30 years it's been at Sandy Point State Park. This year it's coming back to City Dock where it was first born. You can expect all the usual fun, but this year our favorite local restaurants are in the game, bringing their best dishes for you to enjoy. Tickets are $15 in advance, but you can save 20% on all of your general admission tickets with the code IMSF23. And that's EYEMSF23 at abceventsinc.com. Looking at other events this weekend, tonight is the opening of a new exhibit at the Mitchell Art Museum at St. John's College. Jose Guadalupe Posada, legendary Mexican printmaker. The event is free. It does open at 5 p.m. Also tonight, Watermark is rocking the water with a rock and roll cruise on the Harbor Queen. Honestly Soul is on board, and the boat does leave City Dock at 7 p.m. I told you about Tab Benoit yesterday, and he's now sold out, so don't worry about that. Tomorrow there will be story time in the Pecos House and Gardens at 10 a.m. Now this is for the 3 to 7 crowd, and it does include the reading, some crafts, some songs, and time to explore the gardens on their own. Tomorrow night also dinner under the stars on West Street, and over at Quiet Waters Park at 6:30, the Naval Academy's Blues and Gold Band will entertain for a free concert. And finally, as we look into Sunday, the summer concert series at City Dock continues on Sunday evening with the Jill Fulton Band beginning at 6 p.m. Boy, that's a lot going on this weekend, but I'll tell you, there's a little something for everybody. Today on Canines and Crosstreks, we meet Louie, and it's another Louie, not the same Louie that we met a few weeks ago. He is an 8-month-old, absolutely handsome and unique-looking French bulldog with the coolest coloring I have ever seen. Listen to our spot right now and then check out eyeonannapolis.net at noon for our irresistible photos and get all of the information on how you can adopt Louie. But act fast. He's a ham and he's going to find a home really quickly. Don't forget that we have a brand spanking new daily newsletter that features only the top news stories of the day. We send it out to your inbox at 7 p.m. every night. So if you want to sign up and hang with all the cool kids, there is a link right here in the show notes. And if you know someone that might appreciate it as well, let them know about it as well. Tomorrow on the Local Business Spotlight, Julie at Stretch Your Spirit and another bonus pod. This weekend and next weekend, we're going to hear from John at Bike AAA. And that's it. Now it's time just to say thank you for listening and putting up with us every day. I hope that we add some value to your world. And if we do, please leave a review somewhere or tell a friend to give us a listen. We also want to thank our sponsors, Annapolis Subaru, the SPCA of Arundel County, Solar Energy Services, Hospice of the Chesapeake, and Alpha Engineering. It's Friday, the weekend is here, and now it's time just to say have a great weekend, be nice to others, do something fun, and keep shopping local. Other than that, we'll see you on Monday. Now hang tight because George Young from DCMD VA Weather is here with the only locally forecast weather report you're going to find, and of course, Canines and Crosstreks. So do hang around for that. All that's coming your way in just a minute.
Advanced illness decisions aren't always easy. Hospice of the Chesapeake, your hometown hospice, wants you to know you do have a choice over who provides care, what type of care, and when and where your loved one receives that care. Learn more at hospicechesapeake.org.
Another exciting weekend of affordable family fun at Prince George's Stadium with the Bowie Bay Sox. Weekend starts on the 21st with our Bowie Pit Beef Night. Come on out and grab a bite. Back-to-back fireworks carry on to Saturday with the Island Luau, a free Bay Sox Hawaiian shirt to the first 750 fans. And it closes on Sunday with Heroes Day. Bay Sox jerseys auctioned off to support local charities. Get your tickets now by calling 301-805-6000 or anytime online at baysox.com. The Bowie Bay Sox. Let us be your 9-inning vacation.
When you live near Annapolis, you know how fickle the weather can be, so you need a truly local forecast that's accurate and reliable. Forecast right here in Annapolis. DCMD VA weather is not just for today, but for the rest of the week and the weekend too. Now here's George Young of DCMD VA weather with the weather outlook for today and beyond.
Hey everyone, this is George with DCMDVA Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Friday, July 21st. Yesterday worked out pretty much as expected with more sunshine and hot temperatures, but we'll have to get through a bit of AM rain today before a sunny weekend ahead. Look for highs in the upper 80s to lower 90s today with a bit of rain this morning, but skies should clear in the PM hours ahead of a sunny and dry weekend with highs both Saturday and Sunday in the upper 80s to maybe lower 90s in a few spots, with the expectation then for next week being a chance of PM rain both Monday and Tuesday ahead of sunshine and 90s Wednesday through at least Friday. Okay, that's it for today and this week. This is George Young of DCMDVA Weather. Make it a great day and weekend out there. Stay healthy and be safe. And be sure to follow DCMDVA Weather on Facebook and Twitter for regular updates each day, along with the website at dcmdvaweather.info, so you can always stay weather informed.
Hello, energy consumers. This is Rick Peters, president of Solar Energy Services. Have you been looking for ways to save money recently? Maybe you should consider solar energy for your home. Or are you waiting for the technology to get cheaper? If so, how long are you going to wait? Today's solar costs less than 20% of what it cost 10 years ago. But while solar prices have declined every year, so have the financial incentives. Bottom line, if you wait for cheaper solar, you're also waiting for lower incentives. Take my home, for example. My solar system was installed in 2010, and it's been paid off for almost 5 years, and I no longer have to buy any electricity for another 15 to 20 years. If I waited for cheaper solar, I'd still be paying an electric bill. At Solar Energy Services, we have thousands of satisfied customers who are sure glad they didn't wait. So what are you waiting for? Sunshine's a wasted. Call us today for a free solar design at 410-923-6090 or on the web at solarsaves.net.
Sunshine, sunshine, nothing else can make me feel so fine.
That can only mean one thing. We're headed to the SPCA of Arundel County with Annapolis Subaru to play with the pups for this week's Canines and Crosstreks. Sponsored by Annapolis Subaru. Higher standards.
Canines and Crosstreks again, and we have another Louie with us today, don't we?
This is a lot of Louies.
This is a lot of Louis, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, you guys just don't feel like naming dogs different names. You're like, you know what? Let's go Louie. The last Louie's gone.
At least that way we know what to call everybody. But you know what? We don't make these names up, Billy. That is not us.
I thought you had a board that named your dogs.
We're a board, and you're the chair. So you sit here and help name all the animals. Yeah. Puppies and kittens we name.
Tell me about Louie.
So Louie's 8 months old. And he's
beautiful.
I know. Isn't he gorgeous? And he's a little Frenchie. And which is like the brindle Frenchie that's very different.
I've never seen one. Yeah. I've always seen them sort of blacks or whites or black and white.
And he's kind of like, as you can see, the little black and the gray, and he's just really unique in his coat, but very friendly. He needed emergency surgery right after he was surrendered, and I got to drive him to get it, and he was trying to hug and kiss the whole way. I mean, in the car. He's just really lovable puppy.
Little did he know what was coming, but we went ahead and took care of his emergency need, which was he had a prolapse rectum, and then also he needed to be neutered.
Well, he is. I walked into the room and he's like, "Hey, how you doing?"
Yeah,
super
friendly.
He's like the consummate salesperson.
He's not ashamed of his cone of shame at all. It's almost like he's wearing it with pride.
Yeah, he's sporting it. And you know what? And the surgery was just 2 days ago. So you can see he's coming around and healing nicely.
2 days?
2 days. So think of him as a puppy when all his little cone of shame is off. He's just going to be a playful, happy guy.
What color are his eyes?
I think one eye is gray and one eye is blue.
They're two different colors,
Yeah,
right?
He's got a beautiful face.
Oh, I'm going to have to take a look at his face when he comes over to me again another time.
And just licks your face and ears and neck to death. So, but who can complain about that, right? But he's going to be a big guy. You can see he's already, for 8 months, he's going to be a big Frenchie.
Yeah, no, he's cute. He's cute. Hey, Billy, I apologize. I missed the Jest Fest. How was that?
It was awesome.
I unfortunately had to wait for some technology to be delivered, and it was like, oh, it's coming by 11. Well, it's like by 2.
That's always a fun wait, isn't it?
And then I was like 3 bottles in, and I was like, okay.
Yeah. That was good. You didn't. But it was fabulous. It was a great day.
Yeah, Kelly made it.
Yeah.
It was hot.
It was hot. But you know
and the
what?
rain held off, though.
It did. I was so worried about that, but it just, what a beautiful, beautiful farm.
Yeah, it held off till a little later in the evening. But it was great. I think we had north of 300 people that showed, and all the vendors were great. The DJ was awesome.
Yeah, he was playing some great stuff.
Yeah, sold a bunch of swag. Had some great raffles. Yeah, the food was great. I mean, everything was, the kids all had fun, but everyone did such a great job putting that together. And it was the first one like that. And we're looking forward to doing many more.
Food trucks were great. Yep. I'm so glad I tried the falafel and it was excellent.
Speaking of food trucks, did you guys ever finalize your food trucks for the Puppy Plunge, which is coming up not real quickly, but August 20th at Camp Letts?
It's going to be at Camp Letts, and of course we're going to have the Eastport Oyster Boys.
Yeah,
so that's the music we'll be listening to, and then we're going to have actually the Daily Crepe, Crabtown Curbs Cuisine, Harbor Q, Izzy's, Kona Ice, Bragg Cafe, and Movable Mixtures Tiki Bar.
So there's going to be alcohol involved.
There's going to be alcohol there. How about that?
Not bad.
And then we're going to have Rock's Canine Cuisine, which is the food truck for the dogs.
Well, that sounds like an awesome day. Again, August 20th.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
And I was on your website, and I did notice that the Puerto Rican puppies are gone.
Yeah, they all got homes. They are home.
And July, I noticed, is Adopt a Bunny Month.
It is. So if you go on our social media, you'll see Winky was on there.
Oh, I met Winky on Sunday.
You did meet Winky,
Saw Kelly 2 days in a row
That's
this weekend.
Right. Billy came by Paws at the mall.
Yeah.
Wow.
With my kids. I have never said no more times in a condensed period in my life.
They were pretty excited.
It was packed, right? There was a ton of people in there, and my youngest, Gemma, she goes up and tries to pet a little rat or a mouse, and she got a little bite,
a little nibble.
And I said, I was like, Gemma, you can't stick your fingers in the cage. It says it right
everywhere.
There. It says it all over the place. And she goes, Dad, I can't read.
Valid point.
It's like, okay, all right, touche.
Just so you know, I've now shared that with so many people because that as many things as people say especially after they get bitten, the rat came out and bit me. We're like, really? Okay. I'm not sure how that happened, but that's the best line we've ever heard. And I've shared that with staff and volunteers. Oh, Dad, I can't read. And we're like, okay, that totally makes sense.
Valid.
Definitely valid.
And that's my fault. It's a wonderful place.
And also, and this goes to like every dollar counts with the SPCA, and I know we're a little bit late to the game, but July at Giant, I was reading, is if you buy one of those reusable,
for $250.
I don't want to call them cheap plastic. They're good. I buy them all the time, but for $250. You can reuse your Giant bag time and time and time again, and you don't even have to use it at Giant. You can take it to Safeway.
Right.
They don't yell at you.
There's no rules.
Everyone that's sold through the end of July, $1 goes to the SPCA.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, isn't that great?
Enough of just $1 makes a difference.
Sure does.
Well, that's good timing.
For a whole month.
Yeah, it's good timing because isn't there something that just came out that
the county's banning
the plastic
bags and stuff
Great
like that.
timing.
So stock up on that. And, $1 probably feeds an animal here for a day.
Absolutely, it does, especially with all these kittens that we have now.
Yeah. So go to Giant and buy a bag. They're only $2.50. SPCA will get $1, and real easy way to do some good for your community there as well. And you guys Subaru's doing some good too. I was
always.
Well,
you're always doing good.
We're doing good.
Yeah.
Do you know? Okay, the average cost, and this really bites me in the butt, but the average cost of a mainstream all-wheel drive vehicle in America is like $45,291.
Yeah.
But the average on a Subaru all-wheel drive is only $35,888, so it's like $10,000 difference.
Yeah.
And they said this is from Cox Automotive, said that price is actually 1% lower than the Subaru price was last year. So you guys are lowering your prices, sort of.
Yeah. Well, it depends. It depends on the model mix, right?
Yeah.
It depends on what the which cars are selling. So you can get a $50-some thousand Solterra. You can get a $50-some thousand Outback or Ascent, but you can also get the lower price range as well, which a lot of people are looking at nowadays because
they were saying that the Impreza hatchback, which is a nice car,
really nice car,
$24,000.
Yep.
At the base. You can obviously pack that up.
Yeah.
But the Crosstreks and they're all very, very reasonably priced, I think.
Yeah, we're just trying to. Subaru's made a pretty conscious decision to try to keep the keep the cars coming in at a pretty affordable price point, so that way everybody can still purchase them. Oh, the cone's off.
That's right, because I'm watching them. Nobody should be taking a cone off unless you're making sure you are with them.
And look at Louie. He's just like, he says, hey, what's going on up over the side of this table?
That is a beautiful dog.
Isn't he gorgeous?
Wow.
I have never seen a Frenchie that has that that kind of a look to it.
So cute when he walks, because his little Frenchie, when he walks, his butt does swing back and forth. It's kind of cute. Very stocky.
Somebody should come get a hold of Louie. Oh, he's eyeing Billy up, man. He's got the ears all perked up. Says,
he's like, you were asking about my eye color? Take a look.
I mean, the patterns on this dog.
I know.
What a gorgeous animal.
Anybody would like to adopt Louie, a 8-month?
Yes.
Old Frenchie with the most unusual markings that I've ever seen. AACSPCA.org is where you want to go. He's not up on the website yet, because I would have noticed him when I was there a little bit earlier today. But he's
going to generate a lot of traffic to the website. I mean, you guys are going to get slammed.
Definitely going to get slammed with apps.
And you said in a couple of days he'll be ready to go?
Yeah, we just want to give him some more time to recover from his surgery.
Stuff like that. And of course, if you would like to get a Crosstrek or an Impreza or an Ascent or a Solterra or
Forester.
Forester, yeah.
Outback.
Legacy.
AnnapolisSubaru.com is where you want to go there. And at 149
Old Solomon's Island Road. Yeah.
Again, I'm just looking at the cost of vehicles. I mean, $10,000 off of the average off of mainstream vehicles. I mean, because Subaru's not a luxury brand, and it's not a bargain brand.
Yeah, we have something for everybody. So if you're interested, or you're in the market for a new vehicle, or even a certified pre-owned car, I mean, the certified pre-owned program that we have is phenomenal. But we have something for everybody's budget. So.
And I will say they're very safe cars too.
Safest car you can drive
with the technology and everything else there. So if you've got kids heading off to college or something like that, you want to do that. That's a good place to go look. How you sitting on pre-owned? You got a bunch?
Yeah, we have a few. We have a good selection of inventory. So things are looking good.
Good deal. Well, that's where you want to go, AnnapolisSubaru.com for cars, and you want to go to AACSPCA.org for rabbits, for rats, for mice, or for Louie.
For Frenchies.
Look at him looking at you, Billy.
He's grilling me.
Hey, dude, let's hang out tonight.
All righty. Well, we will see you guys next week. I don't think we're going to see Louie next week. I think Louie's out of here.
Louie will be.
He gone.
That's right.
The benefits of a good night's sleep are well documented. Sleeping well prevents weight gain, improves concentration and creativity, and boosts the immune system. So, what keeps you up at night? If you run a business, then the security of your computer network may be one of those things. Threats like ransomware and phishing are becoming increasingly sophisticated and pose a real risk to any business. Don't let these cyber threats keep you up at night. At Alpha, they've been helping their customers sleep better for over 30 years by monitoring in real time and hardening network defenses. And for those irritating IT issues that arise every day, Alpha's just a phone call away. Helping your business run smoothly and helping you sleep better, knowing Alpha is on guard. Give Alpha a call to see if they can ease your worries and help you get the rest you deserve. Find them at alphagetsit.com.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.